everybody. Welcome back to Kajabi Insider. This is basically our fourth session of four. So if you are watching this as your first Kajabi Insider video, you want to be sure to go back to steps or sessions 1, 2, and 3, which are available in a playlist on my YouTube channel. My goal today truly is just to help open your mind to what's possible, not just with Kajabi, but with your own online business. I hope we have done a lot of that so far, got those wheels turning. I am definitely here today as well if you have any specific questions about Kajabi, their plans, how to know if it's right for you based on your offers, your niche, that sort of thing. By all means, put them in the comments. I will answer them here live or after when I send out this replay. If you have not yet registered for Kajabi Insider, you can do so here. This makes sure that you're on the list for this series. I'm going to be sending out a nice replay recap of all four of the sessions we shared today, along with resources that we talked about. And of course, if you are not yet a Kajabi user, you want to be sure to go to banishbusinessclutter.com/Kajabi to learn about their plans, to learn about resources that are available to you. Definitely reach out. I have a little contact me widget on my website that you can use to reach out to me very easily. And just let me know, what do you need? What questions do you have? That's what I love helping people with. The last resource I definitely want to talk about, even before kind of we kick in today, is my Ignite membership. If you are someone who already knows, yes, now is my time. I am ready. I know that I want to launch a digital business, or I want to scale a digital online business that I currently have, and I want a mentor, I want a coach, I want a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. Ignite is the place to be. We have everything in there, from Kajabi templates to Kajabi training. If you use Kajabi, if you don't, it's okay, because everything else we do works on all platforms. So you get the training, the coaching, feedback, validation, everything that you need as you're building and growing your business. So you definitely want to check that out. Today, our fourth session is all about marketing and your launch strategy. And I so appreciate those who are here live. Maren is a brand new member of Ignite. So she has jumped all in, and she is just loving everything that's in there. So proud of you, Maren. You're getting feedback. You're participating in our member spotlights. I just think it's awesome. So appreciate Mia as well, who's been hanging out with us during a couple of our replays today, a couple of our lives, and I know she's going to catch those replays later. So again, so appreciate everyone who's here. So let's talk about marketing for a minute, because without a marketing plan, I want you to realize that it's like creating offers in the dark. All right. And what I mean by that is, you could create the most amazing offer, something that will help so many people. It's priced right. It's designed well. Everything will be perfect about it. But if you don't have a marketing strategy to sell that offer, nobody gets to take advantage of it. And so a marketing strategy and a launch strategy really is key in your business. And there's so many different ways to launch. I talk about the various ways in Ignite in depth. We offer monthly masterclasses that goes over all of this. But what I wanted to focus on today is at least 2 examples of a type of launch that you can easily do inside Kajabi to launch your offers. All right. And so what I mean by this is, I'm going to talk a little bit about webinars and challenges. They are 2 very popular launch strategies. People have different opinions about which one's right for them, and it really is unique to you. I've done both types of launches. I personally love challenges, mostly because I like hanging out with people inside a community over a few days versus just hopping onto a webinar platform for 60 to 90 minutes. I feel like in 60 to 90 minutes, that's a lot to have to connect with a cold audience and then convert them to sell your offer. You can absolutely do it. I've done it. It can be done. It is a great launch strategy for many people. Definitely a little bit easier to do than a challenge launch for sure. But I personally love having that interaction from our challenge members. They get to experience quick wins with me over a 3 to 5 period of time. And then when I open up the doors to my offer, they're even more excited to jump in. I have held at least 11 challenge launches, and I believe I've done 3 webinar launches. So those are launches, those are kind of bigger launches. And then in between, we do product launches, founders launches, we've done seasonal promotions. There's a lot of different ways to generate revenue in your business, but I'm just so thankful for a tool that helps me do all of it. So anything you're wanting to do to launch and market what you sell, Kajabi can help make that happen. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. I just want to kind of just give you a quick kind of visual of what these two things are, and like the pieces you would need to build inside Kajabi. So let's just start with a webinar. This is one of the more recent webinar launches I did. It was a workshop I did called the Ultimate Cyber Cleanse. And this is a workshop or a webinar. I'm using them interchangeably. It's the same launch strategy that led people to my digital clutter cure program. So they joined me for this like 90-minute event. There's a number of webinar tools out there. You can even use Kajabi, not to necessarily host your webinar, but you can use Kajabi to bring in a YouTube live so that your webinar is hosted on a Kajabi landing page. I personally have used Zoom because I've had an enterprise level of Zoom for a long time. So I host all of my webinars on Zoom. Some people use other tools. It's totally okay. But I needed a way to get people to register for my webinar. So I created a landing page to do that, right? And so this is just an example of a landing page where I talk about what we're going to be accomplishing together in this 75, 90-minute event. So this is the page I share, and I talk about the importance of overcoming digital clutter and why you want to do a cyber cleanse every so often. And so when this workshop was held live, I was creating content in various traffic sources that brought people to this page. And this isn't live anymore. This was a live thing that I did a few months ago. But when they came here, they would click here and they would be able to sign up for the workshop. As you can see, since this is now over, I have it instead where it's set as a wait list. So actually, I don't even know if this page is live. Here's this, can't wait to see you, can't join live. Okay, so I actually have a different one that's a wait list. So if they go to my workshop now, it'll say join the wait list. That way I'm accumulating email addresses of people who want to know the next time I offer this. So again, I'm showing you the example of when it was live, but then you can repurpose these pages and make it a wait list page. Okay, so it works either way. So this landing page that I created gets people in to my webinar. But now how do they get the information of when it is and the links and all of that? Well, that I do through email sequences. And so I want to show you an example of the different types of emails that you can create inside Kajabi. And let me actually do it with this challenge example. So I'm going to hop over. Here's our webinar. I'm going to show you an example of a challenge. And so either one of these launches, you're going to use the same style of emails, but let me just showcase this so you can kind of see how this one's a little different. This is an example of a Declutter Your Business boot camp. Again, this free launch strategy that I did also led to my digital clutter cure. So you're seeing how different types of launch strategies can lead to the exact same offer. And so we don't do these all the time. We do them like usually every 4 months. You can do 1 a year, 2 a year, 4 a year, whatever makes sense for your schedule. But when we do our challenges, which sometimes we call boot camps, they're one and the same. Again, this is where people get to hang out with us for 3 to 5 days inside a Facebook group. a little bit longer than that because, of course, we give them time to learn about our offer, to ask us questions. And so your boot camps can be free, they can be paid, they can be free with a VIP upgrade. There's lots of different things that you can do, but I just kind of wanted you to see an example of a challenge landing page. All right, again, all built in Kajabi. And if you were in our third session before this one, I shared with you that templates can make you fast track things like this, right? So I shared 2 resources with you in the last video. I'm going to share one more in this one. The link for this is lydiamartin.biz/Brittany. So Brittany Darrington is another awesome Kajabi designer. She's also a Canva designer as well. But Brittany's challenge pack, I'm going to scroll down on this page so that you can see it. She has a challenge pack that I bought that I used for that page you just saw. So we build most of our pages on our own now, but I just am sharing this because, again, how did we fast track that challenge? I was still new to Kajabi. I wanted to quickly create that landing page. The Bella challenge pack right here is what I bought. So look at that. For $197, I got every single landing page and Canva image that I needed to run my challenge. Okay, so all of this was uploadable into Canva to create the images and then into Kajabi for the landing pages. This included replay page links, a page for each day. Like, you get so much more than just the landing page. So I had to give a shout out to Brittany. Definitely use that link that I'm sharing here if you want to do a challenge to launch your offer, because I think her challenge pack is just phenomenal. But I bought that pack, uploaded it all into Kajabi, and that is what I used to build this page. So now the page is built. I want to invite people to my challenge or my webinar, either one. How do I create this series of emails inside Kajabi? So for things like webinars and challenges, I feel like events is a great place to send out your emails. The reason is, I'm going to show you an example here, is you can create your event or your launch. Like, I could call this, challenge, 5-day challenge, August 2024. And I can basically upload all of the emails that are needed for this one event. Same thing if it was a webinar, because what emails are your people going to need? They're going to need a registration confirmation email. So as soon as somebody signs up for your launch, whether it's a webinar or a challenge, what email do we want them to get? This is where we're going to send them the links of where to join or what to expect or what to do right now, what Facebook group to join. Whatever the case is, we have to have an at time of registration email. And so inside this event, I can come in here and I can say, woohoo, you're officially registered. Here are your next steps, all of that. Now, this is changed a little bit because now it's past the time. So anybody that joined even after it started, I kind of changed it to say, watch the replays now. But originally this said, here's when we're going to start. Here are the dates to save in your calendar. So I'm just sharing this with you because you can use the event emails inside Kajabi to very systematically think through all the emails you want them to get. So the first biggest one is, what are they going to get when they sign up? Now we want to think through, what emails do they need to get before that time, like before it happens. So at time of registration is when they sign up, but all of these, like 3 days before, 20 hours before, at time of event, is all based on whatever date you set for the event. So for my challenge, for example, I usually set the date and time as the first day I'm going live on the challenge. So on August 26th, let's just say for an example, at 1 p.m., I'm going live for day 1 of my challenge. That is what I set as the event date and time. That means every one of these emails is based on this day. So if it says 3 days before, it means 3 days before this. If it says 20 hours before, it's 20 hours before this time. Okay, so I'm just showing you kind of an overview, and then I'll show you what it looks like to set it up. Then I have at time of event. So this is when we're actually starting. Then I have what email I want to go 5 hours later after they've watched step one. What about the next day? What about the next day? So I do love this kind of event organization of emails for one huge reason. Once you have created this, okay? For example, I've just done this challenge. So here we are. Here's the at time of event email. Woohoo, it's starting now. Okay, I even have GIFs in here. I can't wait to see you. Here's where to join us live. All the things they need to know. It's in here, right? The best part about using this place to create those emails is I can come in here 3 months from now, 5 months from now, and if I'm doing this same challenge again, the same boot camp or something similar, I can come in here and duplicate this event. And now it duplicates all of those settings, all of those emails. All I have to do now is change the start date and time. I have to go into the emails and make sure all the dates and details apply now to this next one. But in a flash, I'm able to duplicate 5, 10, 20, doesn't matter how many emails you've created, and I can use it launch after launch. Same thing with the webinar. If I create a webinar sequence, that is what they're going to get 20 hours before or 5 hours before or 5 minutes before. All those emails are saved in this one space. So here's how easy it is to create an event. You just hit new event. I'm going to say workshop or webinar example. How about that? So let's say I have a webinar coming up and it is happening on the 20th of August at 3 p.m. Okay, that's the time that my webinar is starting. So now I've created this event, which by the way, now that I've created this event, I can create countdowns in Kajabi on landing pages and in emails. And when I pick this event, it'll automatically count down to that date and time. I do this all the time. So sometimes I'm using events not with emails. I'm creating events so I can create a countdown clock. And so you'll often see, in fact, there's one at the top of this. Before this workshop started, I added the countdown clock and it's literally counting down to the start of the workshop. So if you've ever wondered how to do that, you do that by creating an event. But once this event is created, if there are emails I want to go out with this event, all I have to do is add email right here. So you click add email and then you tell it, when are they getting this email? Is it at the start of this date and time you just set? Is it when they register for this? Is it before or is it after? Okay, so we're all going to need an at time of registration. So this is the welcome. You're in with all the details. Okay, so they get that at the time of registration. You save it. But we're going to want to send them reminders at least an hour before and a day before that has the links to this, right? Maybe we're telling them to download a workbook. So then I just add another email. And this time I'm going to say I want it to go before the event, so before this date and time, and I want it to be 1 day before. So that's going to be 24 hours. So this is our workshop is tomorrow. Don't miss it. Okay. And this is going to include the link. This is going to include the time. This is going to include any workbook. Like this is where I'm telling them everything to be ready for and why they want to join this workshop live. Okay. Because the more people you get on live, the better it converts. All right. So now I'm saving that email. And now I'm going to create one that's a 1 hour before reminder. So same thing before the event. And this time I want it to go 1 hour before. And this one is we're starting soon. And again, webinar link, details, like you can't send this information out enough. All right. And so just like that, I have created a registration email that lets them know they're in. I have a 1 day reminder. I have a 1 hour reminder. Now it's totally up to me if I want to go ahead and schedule a follow-up email here. Let's say I want to have an email ready to go that goes out after the event, 90 minutes after we've started, because I know my webinar is probably going to be about 90 minutes. So in this case, I'm going to say after the event, and now I'm going to say workshop resources, and replay. Because most people that are not able to attend live are already going, where's the replay? How do I get to the replay? So if I have an email that's going out 90 minutes after, I'm giving them replay instructions. If they weren't able to attend, here's how they're going to access the replay. A lot of times it takes a few hours for videos to process. So I'll just be reminding them, hey, the replay is going to post on this link in a few hours. You don't want to miss it. Here's the big ahas people were having. Like, you're engaging with people through this whole process, right? And then here we are after the event. Exciting news. I've opened the doors to XYZ program. And now you're putting in all of your offer details. What is it that just opened? Why do they want to learn more about it? Why is this so valuable to them? Why do they want to join now? So if I want this email to be ready to go, I can go ahead and add it to this entire event, and all of these emails are being generated for me automatically. Pretty amazing, right? This is how easy it is to create a workshop. So I know a lot of you are like, I have this offer, I don't know how to launch it. Well, to me, a webinar launch or a challenge launch is a great way to get a lot of eyeballs on that offer in a short amount of time. That's the power of a launch. It creates excitement, it creates awareness, it creates urgency. All right. And just like that, I have a page created. I have all my emails created with all the details. And now, as soon as somebody fills this out, how are they getting all of those emails? This is where your automations come in. So let me go back to forms, which is what they would be filling out. And let's just say this Banish Business Clutter form was the form for this workshop. This is the important part. You would say add automation, and you would say register to an event. And you would pick that event. So what was it called? Workshop something. Workshop example. I'm just going to pick one of these. So let's just say, oh, right there it is. So let's say the form, I want them being registered to my Cyber Cleanse workshop event. Just by picking this, it's automatically going to attach them to that entire event sequence that I created. So I want you to keep this in mind. Forms are when you're getting their information. Automations is what's telling Kajabi, what do you want to happen when they take that action? What triggers need to take place? Am I sending them an email? Am I adding a tag? Am I registering them for event? All of these things are options when people are signing up for your thing. So they put their email in here. Now they're registered. Now they're going to get all of that great information that you've created. And I've showed you how to create it, how to clone it for next time. So that is one type of event email. And you would do the same thing with a challenge. Other emails that you can send inside Kajabi, and you're going to see a lot of things scheduled here because of that event I just created. But you also have broadcasts and sequences. And so these are also types of emails that I do all the time. The sequence is the ones that trigger automatically based on an automation. So for example, when you registered for Kajabi Insider, I have an email sequence. I'll go ahead and click on it. You all should have received this if you registered. That is called Kajabi Insider Details. And so when you registered for this event, this email was sent to you. And so that's because it was set up like a sequence. So how do I know what the trigger is? Right up here at the top, it says when this form is submitted, they're going to get into this sequence. So no, remember I told you on forms how to add an automation. This is confirming right here that people who fill out this form will get this email automatically. All right. So this is what's so amazing. So I decided to do Kajabi Insider like 3 days ago. I didn't do a ton of planning. I just wanted to really show up live today, talk all things Kajabi, answer questions about building an online business. And just by sending out 2 emails in the last 3 days, I had 50 people officially register. I know a lot of people probably just hopped on, but I love this. I mean, I was able to create that email, and all I had to do was put a form on a page, and people got the information to join me live today or to get access to the replays. All right, so that is the power of an email service provider. And of course, even if you have an email service provider, and you're just now getting Kajabi. Let's say you have ConvertKit or ActiveCampaign or MailChimp. I always tell people if you have thousands of email subscribers, I would probably stick with the email service provider you have and integrate it with Kajabi. In other words, you can set up Kajabi so that when people are taking actions, it talks to your email service provider. And then that way you don't have to learn a new email system. You don't want to rock the boat with the deliverability and credibility that you currently have on that email service provider. But if you have less than like 2,000 contacts, I would say, maybe even less than 2,500, I feel like it's so much easier to bring your emails into your new platform. So you can go into contacts in Kajabi and you can import your email list from another email service provider. It's very easy to do. There's a spot when you go to contacts that says add contacts, and you can import a CSV file of contacts from your other lists. And that will bring them over into Kajabi. And now you get to work in one system. You're not having to pay for another tool, but it's really, really important that you follow good email practices. And what I mean by that is we want to make sure that the credibility is built up here in Kajabi. So when you upload this list, this is super important. I'm going to go ahead and just hit select file, and we're just going to pick something. Find a CSV file here. All right, let's just find a CSV file. And then once you've picked your file, it's going to have you match the columns to what things are. So like, is this an address, an email, a date? And once I've picked all of that, is this going to let me, oh, this is 14 columns. Let me just skip these. I did not pick the right CSV file. Let me pick one that doesn't have so many columns. Select a file. Let me find one that's a little bit less bulky. Okay, how about this one? This one should work. Okay, so I've imported this file, and notice how it has three things. It has a full name, a posted date, which is probably when they joined, and then an email. So I don't necessarily need this column. So I can say, nope, don't import that info. Did I hit skip? Confirm? Okay, so that's skipped. This it's recognizing as email, but this I need to select the field. So this is their full name. So you need your columns to match what it's called in Kajabi. So if it's importing phone numbers, you want this to say phone number, address, city, state, country. So once everything's matched, this is emails, this is full name. When you click continue, this box is so important. I just helped another person this week. If I had a nickel for everyone I helped with this, a lot of people will import their contacts and they never click this button. And then they have all these contacts in Kajabi and they can't email them. And the reason why is you have to tell Kajabi that you have permission to email the people you're importing. So you have legally, ethically got their email address from another service. This is letting Kajabi know that you've gathered the proper permissions. We're not like buying emails lists and spamming people and all of that. But if you don't click this box, Kajabi will not send out those emails to those people. So if you've imported something and you've messed up and you didn't click this box, just redo the import. Just make sure you click this box, hit continue, and that will import those people into your list. And now you can email them from Kajabi. All right, so just a couple little things to keep in mind. Contacts. Let's talk about it for just a second. Sorry, not contacts, email. I've told you about sequences. I've told you about events. Broadcasts are probably the emails you're going to send the most. Those are emails that you're writing to your audience in the moment, right? I'm either wanting to send an email right now, or I'm wanting to schedule it for a specific date and time. And I want you to notice something really cool. So in Kajabi email, they have Kajabi templates. So you can come in here and try to find a template for an email that looks right to you, or you can just simply start with this simple text one and create and craft the emails you want. Sorry, that's my dog. I'm not sure what he's barking at. I hear somebody trying to get him. Oh, someone's coming in my door. Hold on one second. Okay. So once you've picked a template, you're going to work to create your email, this email you're sending right now. But here's the beautiful thing. Once you've created the email template you like, your branding, your logos, your colors, your fonts, your everything, you can save the email as a template as well. So we have a number of templates that we've used for various things. Here's one for Kajabi Insider, our Kajabi Help Sessions, our 12 Days of Christmas, our Online Revenue Roadmap. These are all emails that we've created. And then anytime we want to send another email with that format, it's all saved in here in templates. So I can just click on it. I can hit get started. I can title this. And now I'm ready to create and work with an email. And so very, very simple. It's probably similar to a lot of email providers you've used if you have an email list, but you get to come in here and decide who is going to get this. These are a couple segments I have saved, or I can come in here and create a custom segment and pick all kinds of things. I can say, I want to send an email to people that have this particular product, that have this particular tag, that have opened an email in the last 90 days. Okay, things like that. This list is only counting subscribed people. So if anybody's unsubscribed, they automatically are pulled out of this list. So you don't have to worry about that. But this is such a great way to pick who you want it to go to. And now you're going to edit this email, and then you're going to either send it or schedule it. So it looks like this is our welcome email for Online Revenue Roadmap. You can see I've got, images in here. It's up to you if you want to have background colors. I've picked my fonts. And then down here, when I hit save and continue, I think I have to have something in the subject line. It gives me the option to send it now or schedule it for a later time. So truthfully, if you're doing a launch, you need to really understand what elements I need to create to get registrations, and then what elements I need to create to send out what they need. And so emails is a big piece of that. And a lot of people always say, well, can I just build this in funnels and Kajabi will do all of this for me? So funnels is, in my opinion, just a way to visually see the steps. But you do not have to create things inside a funnel. Your funnel is created by the automations that you're using. So if you understand the pieces that you need, then you know what you need to build. So if you're in any of my programs like Countdown to Launch, Ignite, I walk you through all these funnels. But if you're new to funnel creation, you can always come in here, click New Funnel, click on any of these options, and it will basically show you the pieces that are needed. So if you're going to do a Zoom webinar, for example, you can click on this Show Me Now and see what it's going to create for you. It's going to create a registration page, a confirmation page, 4 emails, 1 event, 5 follow-up emails, a sales page, and a checkout page. Like, this is an example of the different pieces you need when you do a webinar launch. So if building in funnels helps you visually imagine all this, awesome. But I just want you to know you can create as many of these as you want simply through automations. And it's just a matter of learning how the things are connected, right? But this entire funnel, I'm just going to go ahead and just put example up here. Like, you could paste your meeting link. I'll just do that for now. Webinar start time. And it's basically going to help you create some of these pieces a little quicker. But again, you don't have to create inside of funnels. I personally do not, because I like working in landing pages and a couple other things, but I just kind of wanted to show you how it works. So let's just say this was a funnel to sell the digital clutter cure. Let's just say this edition, okay? So you can use funnels inside Kajabi to get a view of what is needed, but I know a lot of people, when you're looking at the plans of Kajabi, you may only get access to 3 funnels or 15 funnels. But I really tell people, just use funnels to learn the parts that are needed, and then just build them outside of funnels, and then you have an unlimited way of building. But this kind of gives you an example. So you have that registration page. I've showed you examples of that. You have email reminders, okay? You have a confirmation page they're going to get once they register. After the webinar, we're going to send them to the sales page of your offer, which is going to take them to a checkout page. And then what emails are they going to get after they buy your offer? So this is just showing you how the funnel works. And of course, you can build in here, but I like to just kind of use this as an example, and then I build it all inside Kajabi. I don't necessarily build it inside funnels. I go to landing pages or I go to emails and I build what I need. So, where should you go from here? We've talked about a lot of things. So, remember, Kajabi is a tool that's going to help you with anything you need in your business, whether it's creating content, generating leads, creating offers, delivering your offers. I'm so grateful that it connects all of those pieces so that I don't have to buy multiple tools. Right now, through August 13th, they are offering a special promo on their monthly plans. So if you go to banishbusinessclutter.com/Kajabi, this is the page I'm on right now, you will see the 3 plans that are offered. Now, Kickstarter, I'll talk about that for just a minute. Kickstarter is a brand new plan that Kajabi started offering a few months ago, and this is ideal for anyone who has been hesitant to buy a tool like this simply because of their budget. Like, you want to have access to these resources, but you have no intention of creating multiple products right now. You don't have an email list yet. For that person, Kickstarter is the perfect place to start. You can get started with Kajabi for as little as $69 a month. And with that $69, you can create your lead magnets, your website, you can send your emails, and you can create one product. So whatever that main offer is that you're going to create, maybe it's a course, maybe it's a membership, you could create that one thing and sell it at the $69 plan until you hit either 250 contacts or 50 people who have bought that product. Once you've done one of those 2 things, you're going to need to upgrade to the next plan. But again, some people want to start off with a smaller investment. And for a lot of people, this plan works for them to start. For those who are kind of all in, you already know I'm going to top 250 contacts very quickly, or I know I want more than one product. Basic is the next level. It's normally $149 a month or $119 a month if you buy annually. So that is the way to save on this level ongoing, even after August 13th. But now through August 13th, they are doing a promo where you can get that 20% discount monthly. So you don't have to say, yes, I want to invest into a year of Kajabi right now. You could jump in right now to pay a $119 a month. The 20% off for the first year is only on the plans over Kickstarter. It does not apply to Kickstarter, but if you get basic or growth, you would save 20% off the first year. So right here are the normal prices of the monthly payments. And then this is what it's costing through April 13th. If you're watching this replay after April 13th, don't fret. You can still get those prices, but you would only get that discount by paying annually, not monthly. All right, so the basic plan is another great place to start. You can see you get 10,000 contacts on this level and 1,000 active customers. For most people, especially if they're just launching a business, it's going to take a little bit to get to those levels. And so basic may be perfect for you. I jumped in at the growth level only because I had a feeling I was going to make way more than 3 products. I did over time, and I just wanted to have all of the extra things. I knew I was going to create an affiliate program. I knew I wanted live chat for 24/7. Live chat is available in these other plans, but only during business hours. So I appreciated being able to get on live chat with Kajabi at 2 in the morning. So I went with the growth plan. You also can remove the branding at the bottom that says that your website's created by Kajabi. So I just knew I was going to end up on this level anyway, so I jumped in at growth. On any one of these plans, you do get a 14-day free trial. If you cancel before your free trial ends, you will not be charged. But like I said, right now is such a great time to jump in at this 20% discount level. You just click on any one of these free trial buttons, and then right here is where you're going to choose the level you need. If you, for some reason, do have an established business, you're already selling products and courses, and you've been looking for a new or better platform, if Pro is for you, you also get 20% off your first year. And you can see this is for up to 100,000 contacts and 100 products. I have something called Kajabi Access, which is kind of in between these levels. So I'm not going to go into that today, but there is one other option if you don't want to jump up to this pro level. I think I'm paying $259 a month for mine, but I get 30 products. I have like 50,000 contacts, 2 websites. So there's always other plans that you can jump into as your business grows. But I'm just here to tell you, with the amount of revenue that I'm able to generate from my courses, my memberships, I never think about this fee. To me, this is what's allowing me to make money. It's not me waking up every day going, oh my goodness, I can't believe I have to spend this much money. Because if you start adding together all of the tools you need to do what Kajabi does, I'm telling you, it will be well over this amount. All right. There are other options out there that are less expensive that may tide you over for the first year and a half. But I knew I didn't want to go through the stress of changing platforms down the road. I didn't want to spend all this time and money creating something and then have to start all over, learn a new tool. So I went all in, invested. Truthfully, if you invest the time in any platform, you will be successful. Okay. Yes, Gwen, great to see you here. So I am going to either leave these videos up in YouTube. So I'm going to leave them on under the live tab for now. That's where they live. YouTube may actually put them in under videos as well. But I've created a playlist. So if you go to my YouTube channel and click on playlist, all of these videos are organized in a playlist for you. So that's how you'll access these replays. At some point, I may chop them up a bit and put them as individual videos on my YouTube channel. But for now, they will be available as they are being delivered. So you will have access to them. But be sure to register. Because if you go to lydiamartin.info/insider, it lets me know, are you using Kajabi? Do you need help with it? Or do you not yet have Kajabi and you're not sure if it's for you? But when you register, that puts you on my list where I will be sending a recap. And the recap will have links to all 4 sessions that I've held today. It'll have links to all of the resources that I've shared with all of you. Because I know this is a lot to absorb in one day. I just wanted to take this opportunity to get this recorded, get this information out there. I think sometimes people just want to see behind the scenes of someone's business, how they're creating things, how they're working things and all that. So I hope that these examples have inspired you. I am very reachable. So if you go again to my website, banishbusinessclutter.com, I'll just show you really quickly. I do have a contact me button right here at the bottom of my website. So you can always reach me right here if there's a specific question you have. You can also email me at support@banishbusinessclutter.com. Again, we have lots of different resources available for you guys on my blog, my YouTube channel, and of course we have my Ignite membership, online revenue roadmap. If you have not listened to part 1, I will tell you one of the best places to jump into if you're new to me or new to building an online business is definitely Online Revenue Roadmap. This is the program where I help you create a unique revenue roadmap for your business, your niche, what you want to create. I'll put a link here in the comments. But a lot of people are in Online Revenue Roadmap right now. This is an ongoing program, but you get access for 21 days. So for 21 days, it's very focused. It doesn't mean you have an activity every day for 21 days. You actually get access to 5 training videos, resources, a workbook, and it's to help you determine those 5 things that I talked about in session 1 today. So I hope you'll join us in this. This is something that you can jump into that's super inexpensive. You'll learn more about Ignite to know if that is for you. You'll learn more about tools that I use like Kajabi. We'd love to have you. So let me know. You can put it in the chat or under the comments of this video. What was helpful today? What would you like to hear more about in the future? I am definitely planning to create more Kajabi videos, step by step, just ideas and things that you can implement. But more than anything, I just wanted to give you an idea of what this tool can do for you. So thanks for joining me today, whether you were live or on the replay. I so appreciate it. Look for a Kajabi Insider recap soon if you registered for this series. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of the week, depending on when you're watching this, and we'll see you in the next video.